Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, like, subscribe, I know you wanna. So I've noticed recently that many people have been commenting on Carrington's social media posts saying how much better and happier Carrington has been looking and how much happier he's been acting since leaving Jake Webber's house around March amongst the whole Raven situation. And personally I agree, I think he's been looking healthier. He's got a glow back to him that he used to have before he met out with Jake Webber and lived in the house. I always thought the pressures of being a Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert in that content house and having way more eyes on him was not good for him. I just don't think he could take it, and it really stressed him out. At first he seemed happy and they were all having fun with each other filming content, but then a lot of people noticed of Carrington that he started to lose weight and everyone began commenting on it and thought he was doing some hard substances and stuff like that. The main theme was people making jokes at Carrington saying that he was doing snow. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Here's a clip of Carrington addressing it right here.
I'm gonna say this, guys, I do not do that, and it is so funny seeing this because it's like, what do I
speculation
even say? Like it's not even worth me making a TikTok being like, guys, I don't do drugs. Like, it's not even worth me doing that because, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't know. Like, it's at this point, like, I honestly want to feed into it. Like, it's like, that would be funny.
Carrington would joke about it here and there, but you could tell it really bothered him when people started joking about his appearances. He was very self-conscious about his appearance, which I know he's a model, so that kind of comes with the territory. Be really self-conscious about your appearance all the time. I always remember a video I watched from him on his YouTube channel, which, as we know, all the videos have been deleted now, so I can't find footage of it. But it was him talking about being overweight in school, and I think he got made fun of for it and stuff like that. So he's very, very conscious about his body size and how he looks. And my honest opinion, I feel like Carrington kind of started dropping weight quite noticeably, and it was straight after the video he filmed where Jake Webber and Carrington made Johnnie Guilbert go to the gym. If you guys remember that video, it got a lot of views online, and I remember Carrington in one of his deep chat YouTube videos spoke about how self-conscious he was, and while filming he was topless throughout the whole video, and so were Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert. And I remember him really comparing himself and his body and his appearances to Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert. I remember him saying how he thought Jake Webber was shredded, I guess more shredded than him, and how Johnnie Guilbert looked so cool with all the tattoos on his body and stuff. He was really unrealistically judging himself against them both. And I remember him talking about that in the video. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to take my word for it because I can't find the video anyway, because like I said, he's like deleted all of his videos. And I can't find a clip of it on TikTok, so no one seems to have clipped it either. Now, another thing that I can't find any evidence of, but I remember seeing it at the start of this year. So unfortunately, I can't really find too many clips and screenshots of proof of what I'm saying at the moment for some of these subjects, so take with that what you will. But I remember around New Year's this year, 2025, around like, you know, 1st of January, he posted online talking about how people were taking the mickey out of him and his appearances and stuff like that for the whole snow stuff and the hard substances, and he was saying how people were mocking him for his eating issues. So he kind of confirmed, or at least alluded to, that he was having eating problems last year, and I think that's quite clear to see. But now, as we know, the Raven situation all happened in March, which changed the group forever. That drama pushed Carrington and Johnnie Guilbert to move out of Jake Webber's house, and obviously we still don't know the full reason why Carrington and Johnnie Guilbert moved out of Jake Webber's house at exactly the same time, but we know it's to do with the Raven situation, but we don't know exactly what. Carrington did kind of confirm in a like mumbling TikTok that he wasn't kicked out, so we can assume from that he left on his own accord.
I'm dropping music on Friday and stuff, and I'm not fucking homeless and shit. I didn't get kicked out of the fucking house, you idiots. Shut up, please. Stop lying about me. Please, dude. Whatever. Yeah, it comes out Friday.
But he doesn't really explain why Johnnie Guilbert left at exactly the same time as Carrington. It makes me think Jake Webber maybe just said to them both, like, I think it's maybe best if you leave at the moment while this whole situation dies over. So in a way, if that is what happened, then they were kicked out. Whatever, who knows, guys, who knows. But I do think being in the house together at that time with the whole Raven drama going on was just too much for everyone, so maybe they all just like wanted to part ways, and that's fair enough. Now, coincidentally, looking back, that may have been a good thing for Carrington, as it was an opportunity for him to lay low while he waited for the cancellation to be over with. As we all know at this point, Carrington got cancelled the most from the whole Raven situation.
Hey Carrington, I have one question for you. How stupid do you think I fucking am?
How he decided to handle it was just to lay low and a little blow over, which has happened now, and that's why Carrington's coming back a bit more, bleaching his hair white and releasing music and making a lot more TikToks than he was for the past few months. Carrington is now, you know, coming back into the public eye, and you can tell the backlash has kind of disappeared with the whole Raven situation at this point. If anything, people are more on Carrington's side, so him laying low actually works. But what Carrington seemed to have done is he's gone back to live with Chase, who lives in the old trap house, and Carrington has surrounded himself with his really good close friends, and it seems to be working out for him. Like, he's looking better, he seems happier, and you can even see on his recent TikToks that he's hanging out with one of his exes, who they're really good friends with. It's a bit like Jake Webber and Tariami. He's really good friends with one of his exes called Naima, and they've been filming TikToks, hanging out and having fun. So it looks like he may have used this time when he was like in hiding from the Raven drama to focus on his self and to get into a better mental space. And I think it's showing in how he's appearing happier and healthier, less gaunt in the face, and just seems to be overall in a better place. People, I think, could just tell that Carrington was not that happy living with Jake Webber, and he may have never have said that, but it showed on him physically. I mean, if you compare photos to how he looked before joining Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert in that content house, you could tell he was struggling before the Raven drama even took place, and the contrast between them both is wild. But the way he looks now, you can tell he just looks a lot better, and he just looks healthier, and I think it's clear it's better for him to have a smaller following and be surrounded by close, genuine friends who really care about him and want the best for him. I think the pressures of having like a really big following from like Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert, even though Carrington always had the lesser following regardless, but having so much more people just jumping on you and criticizing you, judging your appearances, making jokes about you all the time, I just don't think Carrington was in the headspace to really be strong enough to withstand that. And I'm not saying that Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert never really cared about Carrington. I mean, they're still friends now, low-key, but it was the pressure of being involved with Jake Webber, Johnnie Guilbert and Tariami, who are very big, popular public figures, who are also very used to the attention and know how to deal with it. Carrington was kind of thrust into it, really. The only attention he had gotten was from TikTok, which, yes, he had like 1 or 2 viral TikToks, but let's be real, you don't build a genuine big fan base from TikTok, really. You can come one day and be gone the next. Like, nobody really cares. Like, I mean, there's so many people that I know just like walking up and down the street. You talk to some like random twink and they've got some random TikTok at 10 million views, but like nobody knows who they are. When Carrington joined Jake Webber and the gang's massive audience on YouTube, it thrust him into a whole different game. And as I said before, I just don't think mentally he was prepared for it, and he just could not handle it at all. And obviously, if he's like insecure about his appearances, that topless video, for example, would have been really hard for him if he is quite paranoid about his body and stuff, and he has some body image issues. So I definitely think that caused him to have a spiral, which is what we saw with the weight loss. I do find it interesting how he seems to still be friends with Jake Webber and Johnnie Guilbert, and especially Tariami, but he is in none of their videos and is never photographed with them. Only one image has been left up online of them all passing with each other. Obviously, there was that weird photograph of Carrington and Jake Webber at Jake Webber's birthday party that was mysteriously taken down. I think that might have just been Carrington. If he doesn't want to deal with the Jake Webber fan base and then, you know, the Tariami, Johnnie Guilbert, the whole gang's fan base, then it would make sense for him to take the videos down and not be as publicly associated with them, as he just can't cope with it. Who knows, but that makes sense in my head, how Carrington's been the past few years. It would make sense that maybe it's Carrington monitoring what goes out and what doesn't go out, and how publicly he associates himself with Jake Webber in that. It would make sense. But of course, that's just my take, just my opinion. Could be completely wrong, who knows? But let me know down below, because I know a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been saying what I've been saying, that they feel like he is looking a lot better recently, and he was looking ill and bad even before the whole Raven drama came out. So I think it might have been weirdly a blessing that he got out of Jake Webber's house because of the whole Raven drama, and he got to focus on himself, and now he's seeming happier and healthier. Maybe it was for the best. That's what I'm going to say on that. But let me know down below, what do you guys think of everything I said in this video? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not? Do you guys think Carrington's looking better now than he did when he was living with Jake Webber? Let me know down below. Let's have a key, let's have a chit chat. And that's it for this video, guys. So like and subscribe to my channel for more. Be a New York baby. Hit the bell notification to be notified and pop up on your screen with a new video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.